Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another movie review. And this time, since I reviewed the first film of the Disney classic of Fox and the Hound, now I'm going to review the sequel, The Fox and the Hound 2. Released in 2006, which was the time it was released of those direct-to-video Disney sequels. So, the Disney sequels that were released direct-to-video, a lot of them were sequels, and a couple of them were mid-wills, you know. The film that takes place in between the original movie, like when I reviewed Beauty and the Beast and the Enchanted Christmas. That's a mid-will that took place in between the original first Beauty and the Beast film. So, like that. That's like a mid-will. So this one is too. So this one's another direct-to-video sequel of the time from when Disney was doing those. Released in 2006, and like most of those direct-to-video Disney sequels, it received negative reviews. Compared to the first film, had a 70% Rotten Tomatoes. This one has a 20%. This one has a 20% Rotten Tomatoes, and has a 5.4 on IMDb. Now, for me, I don't think it wasn't that bad of a sequel. I don't. I mean, there were a couple ones I reviewed. Like, I did review, like I said, Beauty and the Beast and the Enchanted Christmas, and then Mulan 2, which that one got 0% Rotten Tomatoes. But this one I don't think it's not bad either. I like Fox and the Hound 2, but it's not on the same level because of the first film, because let alone it not only is a classic though, but essentially had the tearful moments that the sad scenes, you know, that's what got me. But of course I didn't have none of that in the sequel though, but still. But as I was saying, it's a mid-will. It took place between in the middle of the first film, you know, like before Copper set off on his hunting trip, before he got grown up, you know. So it was before they were separated for some time. So, and this time, before the second half of the first film happened, which, by the way, Big Mama and Dinky and Boomer, they're not in this movie. They're completely absent, not even mentioned or nothing, so they're not in the movie. And this time, with young Todd and Copper, which they're not voiced by Keith Mitchell and Corey Feldman. This time they're voiced by young Copper is voiced by Harrison Fahn, and Todd is voiced by Jonah Bobo, and which actually Jonah Bobo, who voices Todd in this film, he played the younger brother in Zathura, you know, the spin-off of Jumanji, then Space. He played the younger brother in that film in Zathura. And he got also a decent voice cast as well in this film, because well, of course, as for Widow Tweed and Amos Slay, they're not played by the same voice actors, so not Jeanette Nolan as Widow Tweed or Jack Albertson. But I guess by the time they passed away, you know, back then. But this time they're voiced by Rosie Taylor and Jeff Bennett. But and this time Rob Paulson voices Chief instead of Pat Buttram. But in this Todd and Copper, they see these trucks go by, which is the setup for this next county fair, and they see it, and then Copper, he caught his attention by this van. They're called the Stray Dogs, you know, the singing strays, and they go to the fair, and the singing strays is a group of singing stray dogs. The head of the strays is named Cash, voiced by the late Patrick Swayze, and that's an actor I really do miss. I miss Patrick Swayze. You know, it sucks about what happened to him. You know, when he passed away back in You know what? And I think about it. Yeah, it's already been 10 years since Patrick Swayze passed away. He passed away in 2009. Can't believe it's already been 10 years since he passed away. Sheesh. I met Patrick Swayze from Roadhouse to Dirty Dancing, Ghost. What was it? Uncommon Valor. Then what was the film with that had Liam Neeson? Next of Kin. Yeah, so I miss Patrick Swayze. He's and a Point Break as well. Which, with that film with Point Break, my interest had gone less and less of it. But Patrick Swayze wasn't the problem though. But as I mentioned, that Point Break as well. So, but I miss Patrick Swayze a lot. He's just sadly missed. I can't believe it's already been 10 years since he passed away. But yeah, he voices Cash. He's the head of this. He's the head of this Singing Strays, and also the lead singer Dixie is voiced by Reba McEntire. Reba McEntire, from starring in Tremors, who was married to Michael Gross in the film, which she also sings in this film as well, and which she also voiced in The Land Before Time. What was that one where she voiced in it? I forget. Where is it? Was it Journey of the Brave? Yeah, Journey of the Brave. And which she also been in some other couple of films, but she was mostly famous for starring in Tremors. And voice in the group. You got these twin dogs named Wayland and Floyd, both voiced by Jim Cummings, which I mentioned before. Voiced a lot of television roles, including mostly voicing Winnie the Pooh and Dr. Robotnik. And then an elderly dog named Granny Rose, voiced by Vicki Lawrence. Mama from Mama's Family. For the sitcom, Mama's Family. Yeah, she voiced Mama in that from the show. Yes, Vicki Lawrence, so Mama herself, is in this. And then the human that has the group named Lyle is voiced by Jeff Foxworthy. So you got another good, decent voice cast in this film, and also including another actor, Stephen Root, who's this guy who's this talent scout. This Girl Scout girl is showing her because he's looking for an act, and this girl's showing her around the stuff for other possible acts from the fair. So Stephen Root, which he's been in other movies as well. Well, mostly I know him from the films like Dodgeball, which he played. What was the character's name? What was the character's name from Dodgeball? Gordon. But he's been in other films as well. But starting in 2017, he started in Get Out. He was the guy, the blind artist that he wanted our lead guy's eyes, so he can see. I want your eyes, Chris. Yeah, that was Stephen Root. He was in that, and then, which he also, as I aforementioned, he voiced in Tripping the Rift, that adult animated show where he voiced the lead character Chode, which as I mentioned before, because that's a comedy that more of an adult comedy that I think is funnier than South Park or Family Guy. So, but yeah, he voiced that in Tripping the Rift. But yeah, he voices this talent scout in this film. Which also I would say that the whole thing of this little girl showing the talent scout all these different acts, it could have been left out though, because to me it was pointless. It's just because every once in a while it cuts back to the girl showing the scout around these acts. To me that could have been cut out. It was pointless to me. So good as it could cut down on that. Although when made the film even shorter, because this film was much shorter than the first film. This is only about without end credits. By the time when the film ends, it's an hour and 2 minutes without the end credits. So I guess if we cut out those scenes, it'd be just under an hour. So, it is a very short movie. But so you could let those scenes out, but still. But with the Copper, you know, since the Dixie's being basically kicked out and the other strays are singing their performance, Copper sees them performing. He starts singing with them. Cash brings him up and starts singing, and he wants him to be part of the band. And although they say, they ask him, "Are you a stray?" and Todd insisted, yes, he is, and wants to be part of the band. And Dixie, you know, that she's been canned, and she wants to get back in the band. So there was an attempt where she attempted to make Copper not sing, where it makes him lick some peanut butter, you know, make his mouth all like that. And Todd notices the peanut butter, and this is another character that could have been left out, though. This cat could have been left out. But I got a chuckle where Todd throws the peanut butter at the cat. I did get a chuckle out of that. So he gets the Abigail, the cow that Will Tweed had from the first movie, you know, make him to drink the milk so that so his mouth is no longer sticky with peanut butter. So he goes back in with the band, and Cash figures it out that it was Dixie trying to sabotage it. So then, you know, and he's really angry about this, is telling him to leave, you know. And so, and you know, Todd, even though Todd, make sure you come back, promise, you know, Copper, you know, come back for the fireworks, but in case he doesn't, so Todd gets mad at that. And then we'll lead us to another where Todd talks with Dixie, whereas when she sings her song, with Patrick Swayze, he sings his one of his songs too. And then Reba McEntire, she sings her song. Was it the songs in this film? Although Patrick Swayze and Reba McEntire, they do a good job singing though, but the songs I just didn't care for. But the song with Reba McEntire was singing Good Doggy No Bone. I mean, she does a good job singing, but it's just the songs I didn't care for. The songs themselves. So he talks with Todd, trying to think how to get his friend back. And one point where he takes Dixie to Amos Slade's house, you know, basically to get Chief to chase him. To chase him to the county fair, so that because the time Amos Slade and Will Tweed were looking for Todd and Copper, so Todd thinks an opportunity to bring Copper back by having Amos Slade find him, in which he does, like, that's my dog. And while all this is going on, though, while Todd's being chased by Chief, one thing is to know that catastrophe causes the whole fair to start crumbling down, the Ferris wheel like just wrecks everything, but Cash points out that it was all Dixie's doing, and then also because he's the one, oh, I hope you're happy and this and that, and then Copper gets mad at Todd, so, but Dixie goes to talk to Copper, saying that it was her fault, not Todd's. So Todd and Copper, they make up, and so they have the plan that there is a talent scout that we're seeking for the, you know, so thinking they get the Singing Strays to do an act for him, and so Todd has Copper sniff him out because he had the hat, and Todd says, you know, Dixie runs Patrick Swayze, saying, oh, Dixie's in trouble. So when they get to the diner and they meet, and you know, Patrick Swayze tell him Reba McEntire, and they know, you should stay with us all along. So that they all start singing. The talented Stephen Root sees him singing, so he wants them for the act, and then have him play at the place where which they wanted to go to. They're playing over the radio, and Todd and Copper, they're back to playing with each other back at their places. And while, you know, Amos Slade and Will Tweed, they're chasing each other around, and Chief's looking around, so. and which eventually brings to like towards the eventually the other half towards the later half, the second half of the first movie, which it leads up to. But I don't think the second film is not quite as bad, though. I don't think it's not quite as bad. First of all, I got the good voice cast, especially Patrick Swayze in this, and then Reba McEntire, Stephen Root, Jim Cummings' voice in a lot of films. So, but yeah, Vicki Lawrence and I think it's a Jeff Foxworthy in there. So, but and a Vicki Lawrence, like I said, Mama herself, which I should know because she has such the voice, how she voices Mama, But yeah, the voice cast does a good job, and let's say it's a much shorter movie, so it's just without the end credits, just an hour and 2 minutes, so it's very short. For the score was alright, okay, but the songs themselves I didn't care for. Although Reba McEntire and Patrick Swayze have their moments of singing, though. They do a good job singing, though. But it's the songs themselves I just didn't care for. So that's why I don't love the second film, though, because the first film is such a classic, though. But I can still watch it because, Patrick Swayze, may rest in peace, I can still watch it for him. But the other voice, like Jonah Bobo as Todd, and what was it? Harrison Fahn, who voices Copper, they were fine as well. So, one more I could say. So it's Fox and the Hound 2. I don't think it's not that bad of a sequel. Especially for the time those set of the direct-to-video Disney sequels. Except this one is not quite as bad. And for features on this one, it has the making of the music, behind-the-scenes featurette, and I Will music video performance by Lucas Grubeel. But it's not that bad of a sequel. Even though, despite that, there is no Big Mama or Dickie or Boomer in it as well. But it's not that bad of a film. So, yeah. But the voice cast, overall, probably the same point is the voice cast, especially Patrick Swayze and Reba McEntire. And Vicki Lawrence and the rest of the cast, so. But yeah, that's my review for Fox and the Hound 2. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned on the next movie review. Later. But also saying that, but check out the first film. It's still, it's definitely a classic as well. See y'all later.